If we go back to 1820, so in 4 years' time, our family will have been in South Africa for 200 years. And about 160 of those years have involved something to do with the Wild Coast, when our family moved up as merchants into the vicinity of Port St. John's and Lusikisiki. We were always traders until about 22 years ago. We found that the establishment known as Umngazi River Bungalows had landed in some financial difficulty and it went into liquidation. We duly attended the auction and find ourselves to be the proud owners of the now liquidating establishment in 1993. So we then set about rebuilding the place and managed to increase the staff complement from 53 at the time of liquidation to about 170 at the present time, on a piece of land which is only 8 hectares in extent. So in the old language, on little more than 20 acres, we employ nearly 170 people. Now, they in turn support 8 or 9 people each in this valley. They are very, very jealous of their jobs. And generally speaking, when we have a vacancy, we put it to the committee here at Umngazi, and they will seek and find a suitable candidate, 2 or 3 of them, from which a selection is made. Most times people come on as nannies or gillies in a casual capacity before they become permanent staff members. So that gives us an opportunity to vet them and train them. And number 2, they get an opportunity to establish whether or not this is for them. It might not be for them. But we've had occasion for them to call people back from business far and wide in the country if there was a position that required special skills, just in order to keep the employment structure, if you like, in the so-called Umngazi family. And it's made for a very happy association, and as you know, Umngazi has won many awards. Most of them relate to guest responses to the wonderful hospitality they've enjoyed. And that's basically about staff. They are the friendliest of people. I was born and bred down here, so I speak Xhosa. I started speaking Xhosa at the same time I learned English, and got to understand the customs and the feelings of people in this area, as well as I understood my own family customs and values. And I have a very strong affinity for those people, obviously. It's all about guest satisfaction. So whether it's retailing for guest satisfaction and providing value for money, or providing a holiday in a safe environment like this, and providing value for money, it really amounts to the same thing. So you need to have some passion about it, and you need to be emotionally ready for it. Satisfying people 24/7, 365 days of the year is a tough challenge, but it's also extremely rewarding if you get it right, because they get numerous letters and accolades and messages on social media to the effect that they've really made people's holidays extremely pleasant. And the truth of the matter is, if you worked hard for 11 months of the year and you come down here for 1 month, if you mess that 1 month up, you've messed up the whole year. So we can't afford to make many mistakes. In an ideal world, if we were able to keep this coast in its natural state, wild, unblemished and peaceful, that would be a fantastic outcome. So let's assume that you could establish another 4, 5, 6 Umngazis along the coastline under Parks Board management or whoever's management, each of them employing somewhere between 150 and 200 people, occupying no more than 8 hectares. It would be a fantastic outcome. I served on the Parks Board for 10 years, and I was involved in the early days of the establishment of the World Heritage Site at Ismangaliso, formerly known as St. Lucia. I also served on the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy Board for 10 years in Kenya, and was involved in the establishment of the World Heritage Site on that conservancy when it was linked up to Mount Kenya. And it is my considered opinion that this particular length of coastline deserves to be formally approved as a World Heritage Site, both from a cultural point of view, from a scenic point of view, and because it's so unique. And that ultimately is the aim, I think, of those of us that feel emotionally tied and committed to this particular area. I think the people deserve it, and I honestly believe that it would be the best land use form for the area. And that's why we are so bitterly opposed to the mining proposal at the moment. Mining will be a once-off, rip-up and raw enterprise. It'll employ no more than about 200 people, and after 17 years of devastation, they will walk away and leave a scar on the landscape of this beautiful countryside. And that's why we're taking such a strong view over that particular matter.